I'm hardly a shining example about being faithful to the person you love.
Okay, you tell me, how did it start? You and Courtney.
Well, I was angry and frustrated when Emily shut me out after what happened with Connor. Courtney was beautiful, accessible. There was no history between us, therefore no pain to avoid. Look, it was just easy to be with Courtney. Just like it would be easy for you to be with Sam.
Sam's relentless. She shows up at her house, she just happens to run into Lucky wherever he goes, and then he gets all hot and bothered and turns to me. It's a lot like when he used to come home high wanting to have sex. Sam is his new drug of choice.
Okay, so what if there were no Sam?
And I'd be thrilled.
Would you find another reason not to sleep with Lucky?
So I can't hurt you by sleeping with Lucky. Does that mean that you don't care? Really? Then why did you come running over here when I said that I was in trouble? If I were in danger or somebody was threatening me, would you even lift a finger to help me?
Thank you. While I appreciate the concept of mutual coexistence, the next time you send your goons to collect me, I may decide to blow their heads off.
Tell me how and why you're doing business with Trevor Lansing.
If you're angry with me, why don't you just tell me? You don't have to hit on some student nurse just to make a point.
Okay, I was under the impression this was Patrick's apartment, and I was invited. And my name's Layla.
Yeah, I know what your name is. I also know you've been hitting on my boyfriend for quite a while. Not that it's very difficult for you. He's very receptive.
You know what? I like Layla. Very much, as a matter of fact, but I'm not hitting on her. I have too much respect for our relationship and for her. You're massively overreacting because of your own insecurities.
Right. So if you walked in on me and Nicholas, or better, Jason, that would be totally fine with you.
Of course, she's tempting, she's beautiful, but it's more than just physical.
Isn't it always, Lucky?
You know, she owns how angry she is about the way Jason and Elizabeth treated her.
I'm not sure that hurt and anger are two things you necessarily want to have in common.
Well, Elizabeth, she thinks about Jason all the time. Sam, she respects and appreciates him.
Lucky, Sam wants to punish Jason and Elizabeth, and sleeping with you would be a damn good start.
Oh, you don't think that hasn't occurred to me?
Well, so you're okay with being used for revenge? That's all right with you?
Elizabeth denied me. She doesn't want anything I have to give to her.
Well, if that's how you feel, Lucky, then why are you still together? Why not just let Elizabeth go? Unless you feel like there's something there that you can get back and start trusting each other again. Otherwise, you know.
We tried. Both of us.
Okay, well, then you have a decision to make. You either do whatever you have to do to have a life with your children and with your wife, or go have an affair with Sam. It's that simple.
I don't know what I want anymore.
Are you still attracted to Lucky?
We just don't connect anymore. It's like we share that house. We don't live there as a family. At one point, Lucky and I used to be able to finish each other's sentences, and now we don't listen, we don't understand. I feel so alone when I'm with him.
When was the last time you slept with him?
The night before I testified at Jason's trial. But if you're to ask me when was the last time I was really with him, like we felt connected and we were together, it was before he hurt his back. Before he got hooked on pills, before he was with Maxie.
Before you slept with Jason.
I know I will never be with Jason, but I will always have that one night. We trusted each other, we were honest, we needed each other.
Okay, look, in all fairness to Lucky, you slept with Jason once. It never had the chance to get complicated.
I know, and I always thought that Lucky and I could make it through anything, that our dreams would carry us through, but those dreams are long gone. And now everything is a fight. Nothing is very much fun, and I am so tired of trying this hard.
Sometimes sex can grow into an emotional bond, right?
Yeah, you're right. And I miss those days. But if I have sex with Lucky, I will either have to deny all my anger and mistrust or drag him into bed with us.
Okay, fine. Forget the idea of love or support. Do you care if I live or die?
You're not dying.
If I were, would you help?
I would have. But now I'm gonna have to see it to believe it.
Really? You're accusing me of being dishonest when you lied for months?
Well, it's not an accusation, it's a fact. If you contact me again, I'm not gonna believe a word you say.
Really? Well, then believe this, Jason. I hate you. I am glad to be rid of you and your stupid, screwed up priorities and how you never put me first. You do not have to worry about any false alarms. I would rather crawl naked through broken glass before I asked you for help.
You set up a meeting with Anthony Zacchara,
I see. Well, Jax was never one for keeping secrets.
and I want to know who put you in touch and what Zacchara wanted.
Well, I'm afraid I'm well past any pain you could administer. It must be a terrible disappointment to you, mustn't it? But there's really no need for physical intimidation. I mean, about this meeting that never happened, Trevor Lansing was the middleman. I have no idea what Anthony Zacchara wanted because I refused to work through a third party. I insisted on a face-to-face.
It never occurred to you that they would try to ambush you.
Oh, believe me, I plan to come well prepared. My only mistake was telling Jax. You know how it is between brothers. It always turns into a competition.
Did they contact you about the car bomb, taking responsibility?
No, but the message was quite clear. Zacchara wanted to prove that no one is safe. Not my brother, not your unfortunate au pair, not even Carly and her children.
Let me tell you something. Zacchara can't get anywhere near my kids or Carly.
Well, they're my family too. And I'd do anything to protect them, so like it or not, Michael Corinthos Jr., we're on the same side.
Alice! Alice!
What's wrong, Miss Tracy? Are you having a relapse? Want me to call Shady Brook?
No. I want you to call the hospital. And I want you to make an appointment for Mr. Baldwin and Mr. Hayes to have a DNA test tonight.
And tell them to put a rush on it, because the sooner we get the results, the sooner, especially Lulu, can give him the bum's rush.
Well, that isn't going to happen whether he's your son or not.
Hey. None of that in this house.
Has anybody seen my medical journal? I thought I left it on the coffee table.
It's in the third drawer to the right in the desk. Alice put it away.
Logan isn't using me or manipulating anyone.
You know, you are a naive little thing for Spencer.
You know, Daddy, you told me that she was my problem, so why don't you let me handle her?
You know what? Lulu's not a problem.
Thank you.
Could we just cut out the histrionics until we find out if they are actually related? Where is that journal?
Would you please tell her where the journal is?
Tracy, have you told Lulu that it is not uncommon for interlopers to show up around here and ask for money from this family?
Hey, I'm not asking anybody for anything.
Neither was Jimmy Lee Holt. Ha!
Neither was Jimmy Lee Holt. Ha!
Jimmy who?
Illegitimate offspring who showed up with his hand out, just like you.
How many times do I have to say it? All right? I don't want anything from him. Well, that's exactly what you're gonna get, is nothing.
When have I ever objected to you having male friends? You can spend as much time as you want with Nicholas or Jason or anybody else you choose.
Are you
really gonna sit there and listen to our private conversation? Didn't I just ask you to leave?
Layla is a guest by my invitation.
Well then, Layla, I'm really sorry. I guess I owe you an apology. I thought you were the one that was hitting on Patrick, and now I understand it's the other way around.
Okay, you know what? I consider Patrick a friend and a colleague, and he was just helping me study. That's it.
Yeah, that completely explains playing with the racetrack.
We were taking a break.
You don't have to justify yourself, Layla.
Okay, I appreciate your help, and I certainly didn't intend to cause a fight. I'm sorry you feel the need to be so territorial.
Are you embarrassed? Because you just made a fool of yourself.
Fine, just tell the agency we need the copy by 9, or they're gonna lose their spot.
Okay.
Where'd you come from?
I just need to ask you a few questions.
Okay. But next time you decide to visit, I must insist you knock. It's bad manners to simply materialize.
Well, I saw that you were on the phone. I didn't want to interrupt you. Would it be better if I came back later?
No. That's fine. I'm sorry if I snapped. I'm a little on edge since that poor woman's death, and I know it's ridiculous and selfish. I didn't even know her, and I'm certainly not close enough to Sonny to be in the line of fire.
Are you close enough to want to help him?
What can I do?
You can tell me everything you know about Trevor Lansing.
Evidently, your lawyer hasn't told you what a court order means. Stay away from me! Or I'm gonna make a call that's gonna send you all downtown.
You're not gonna do that, Trevor. You got more important things to worry about.
Like what?
You guys wait for me outside. My children's nanny was murdered. That concerns me, Trevor, on many levels.
Your domestic problems, they don't interest me.
Oh, you probably didn't kill her, but you're involved.
Danny, Amos, do I look like a man who's gonna kill a nanny?
You wanted Kate Howard to run interference for you, which proves to me that you're in this up to your neck.
I don't know what you are talking about.
Of course you don't know what I'm talking about. An innocent, kind woman who loved my children is dead because of you. How do you plan to make it right, Trevor?
I practically live here because that's what you said you wanted. I've been completely upfront with my feelings. And I told you from the beginning, I don't want Layla around you because I don't.
Because you don't trust me.
How am I supposed to trust you when this morning it was all about how much you love me and wanting to spend time with me, and then I come home to find this?
So now you doubt that I even love you, Robin?
Maybe we have a different idea of love. I mean, to me, love is about commitment and fidelity.
I had one toy car race with an attractive woman, and now I'm unfaithful. Robin, that's crazy.
You know what? I agree. We can't even go a couple of days without having some hideous misunderstanding. And you feel completely comfortable calling me out in front of a third party, calling me insecure?
You are insecure. You just ordered a guest out of my apartment.
We're out of sync. We are almost all the time, and that is not what I want from a relationship. Do you?
This whole thing is a private, personal matter between Logan and Scott. It has nothing to do with the Court of Maine, so your comments are not welcome.
But you are living in my house, young lady.
That would be my house, Edward.
I gave it to her.
Where is that journal?
Third drawer to the right. Tell her.
You know, you'd do well to listen to the voice of experience.
Yes, we have a lot of experience with strays showing up. There was Jimmy Leopold, Bradley Ward, and then there was Sky.
Alice, have you seen my medical journal?
Third drawer to the right.
I knew Sky was a fake the moment she walked in the door. All she wanted was money.
We should have slammed the door in her face.
If we had, Alan would still be here.
Tell her not to think that way. There's no point.
Don't think that way, Monica. There's no point.
Where did that come from?
Monica gave up a baby.
You gave up a baby?
Dawn died years ago. It has nothing to do with this.
Then there was Jason. Alan's son, not Monica's.
All right, don't start with that business.
You're not Jason's real mother.
I am, and everything that matters.
So who is his mother?
Susan Moore. I was married to her at the time.
Alan did your wife?
She wasn't his wife when I did her.
Point is, we have a great deal of experience. We know how to handle it.
With any luck, this whole thing will be a mistake, and Scott won't really be your father.
You don't believe me either?
I already told Sonny about Trevor.
Yeah, I know, but you're involved with Sonny.
Well, that's a rather sweeping statement coming from someone who's been incarcerated most of the time I've been in Port Charles. Except, of course, for that time you shot my statue out
I'm
of the
just saying
sky.
that people aren't always honest when they're emotionally involved. You might have left something out with Sonny. I'm not invested here. I just need information. You can help me protect Sonny's family.
Okay. Trevor admits that he's representing Anthony Zaccara. Although he insists that the Zaccara had nothing to do with Letitia's murder, and I believe him.
Is there anything else?
Look, Trevor has turned out to be very different and a great deal more sinister than the man I thought I knew. But he's smart, and I just cannot imagine him being involved with a murder.
Are you sure about
Yes, morality aside, he would never, ever risk the power and influence he's built up over the years. He carries some real clout, and that means everything to him.
Listen to me. I have got many powerful and influential friends who work in law enforcement and government. And when I came to Port Charles, I told them that should anything untoward happen to me, Sonny Corinthos did it.
I'm not worried about your friends.
Well, how about those federal charges of racketeering and money laundering? The indictment alone's going to close you down.
Your friends won't matter if you're dead.
Come on, Sonny. Both you and I know that you would have tried to kill me long ago if you could. Just like you tried to kill your baby brother before he was born. What kind of a sick, twisted mind would push his pregnant mother down?
I don't want to hear about that anymore, Trevor. You tell Zaccara to stay away from what belongs to me, because if he doesn't, if he hurts anybody who's close to me, I will retaliate.
I'm not your servant.
I'm just trying to give you an opportunity to clean this up.
Sonny, you are damaged. Ruined. Any sane man would know that he can't touch me.
Very nice, but a little too obvious. I hope you chose something more subtle to entertain Mr. Lansing. Not that your good taste in clothes is your real talent.
This is my house. I will wear whatever I want. The next time you show up here, I will shoot you. That's supposed to scare me?
Fire away. Come on. Not that you need instructions, but I suggest you aim for the head or the heart. You'll get caught, of course, and sent to prison for murder. I mean, can you imagine the ratings? Bikini-clad, everyday hero kills homicidal maniac, that sort of thing. I mean, you could even record your show from your cell block, become a cause célèbre. But personally, I think that you should have sex with Trevor Lansing. That would be easier. But it's entirely up to you. Go on. Enjoy yourself. That's what I thought. Now, fill me in. What could you get out of Trevor Lansing?
I agree. We're in serious trouble. If there is a we anymore.
And you wonder why I feel insecure.
See, that's what I mean. You're so quick to the offense, I never know what's going to set you off. You're rigid and inflexible. If you can't control how I feel or how I react or who I have in my apartment, it's a major crisis.
How is this suddenly my fault? And how am I supposed to feel secure when you basically go into a blind panic when you think I might be pregnant? And then, when I'm not, you're so ecstatic.
So if I don't react exactly how you think I should, when you think I should, then I'm wrong.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Then what? Why are we talking about babies again?
My life has never been about having children. I mean, if you would have asked me 6 months ago, I would have said that I was years away from wanting to be a mother. But as rigid and inflexible as you think I am, I'm changing. And I'm starting to think that you and I have very different life goals.
If you're talking about babies, then yeah, we do.
Mr. Baldwin and Mr. Hayes are here for their DNA test.
Well, okay. Take a seat, and I'll see which doctor's available.
I'm Tracy Quartermain. I don't expect to wait.
Miss Quartermain, are you bleeding? No. Is anyone experiencing respiratory distress? No, they are not. So, I don't care what your name is or what you expect. You are non-emergency patients. Take a seat.
I know you think Scott is your father, but I can't help hoping that he isn't for a lot of reasons.
Why?
Well, it'll make the rejection a lot less painful.
Listen, I don't care whether Scott's my dad or not.
Yes, you do. And that's exactly why you came to Port Charles, hoping against hope that he would want to be a part of your life, even if you don't admit it. I know what it feels like. I've spent a long time feeling totally rejected by my dad, and I will probably always wish that we were closer than we are. And while we're on that subject, if you're not Scott's son, it'll be a lot easier when my dad comes home, and he will come home eventually.
Logan Hayes?
Yes, I'm here.
Scott Baldwin.
Yeah.
Here. Let's see, blood work for a DNA test?
That's right.
After you.
And what if I told Jason you were threatening to kill me if I didn't sleep with Trevor?
I don't think he'd care. If you wanted Jason to save you, you would have done it already. You see, you're somewhat of a realist, Sweet Sam. But now it's time to accept your new reality. If you do not seduce Trevor Lansing and give good information about Anthony Zacchara, I will kill you. Your body will never be found, not that anyone will be looking. Your mother will assume that you'll be searching for your next mark. Your producer will play your disappearance for all it's worth and then move on to another project. Jason wouldn't even care. Not that he wouldn't even notice. As for your hapless cop that you're entertaining to seduce, he'll go back to his wife and kids. You won't even be a memory.
I hate you.
Oh, come on. Let's not make this personal. I'm not trying to hurt you, unless you want it.
You are a liar.
I need information that is so simple for you to obtain now. Do you want to go through this every time you see me? It's kind of a rush, actually. Keeping the reflexes sharp. It's up to you, darling.
Okay.
That sounds a little vague.
Okay, I'll tell you what happened. I did what you told me, and I dressed up and I called Trevor over and I told him I was concerned about Christina and Molly.
And he bought it?
Yes, he bought it. I can't confirm if he knows anything about Anthony Zacchara or not, but he did imply that he would protect my sisters. And then when I told him I would show my gratitude in any way, he looked at me like a truffle in a candy store. Happy?
Good. That Trevor thing he's driving. But don't appear too eager.
I know what I'm doing.
You'd better.
Sonny, we have absolutely no leads at all. Nobody saw any strangers around Carly's house. I'm just saying, if Zacchara ordered Letitia's murder, his guy didn't leave a trace of anything.
If Zacchara ordered the... who else would kill my kid's nanny.
It just doesn't make any sense. He hasn't asked for a meeting. He hasn't asked for any kind of, anything from us.
He's
Nothing.
taking his time because he knows he can. He knows we're twisting and waiting for his next move.
Okay, and what would he gain by doing that?
Killing Letitia was a diversion. He wanted to keep us off balance so he can make his move. But we're not playing that game. He needs to know what happens to people who cross me. I want you to eliminate Trevor Lansing.
I need for you to be honest.
I am. That's the problem.
We're not fighting about furniture or our parents or even the nurse. I mean, I'm hearing you say that you want something different, not only from our relationship, but from our lives.
I don't want to be a father, Robin. I want to be a world-class neurosurgeon. I love the pursuit of excellence. I get off on being in the OR and saving lives. I need to be able to work hard and play hard. I want to put my feelings first without shortchanging a kid. But I love you. I love being with you. I love working together, waking up in the morning. I even like going to opera with you. Sometimes. Hell, I even like fighting with you. And I could do what we do indefinitely exactly like this. Robin, I don't want to settle down or be domesticated. And I'm sorry, but I don't look at you as the mother of my future children because I don't want kids. And if you need to find a guy that is the future father of your children, then I'm sorry, but that's not me.
Well, thank you for being honest. I'll call you to arrange picking up my stuff.
Lucky, thanks for picking up the boys from daycare.
I took the boys to Audrey's after all. I really wanted us to be alone tonight. You'll never guess where I've been.
Doesn't look like you enjoyed the experience. Why don't you have a seat? I'll fix you a drink and hold my calls.
Great. Just a drink will do. Kate, you've always been so good at placating me. And I've only begun to just appreciate that.
A little mysterious.
Well, you remember that flat on York Avenue? That was the first apartment that I ever bought for you.
I loved that apartment, even if it was 30 blocks from the subway.
Oh, yeah, I'd have been happier to buy even a better one.
Oh, no, I loved it. It had a terrace.
Oh, we had some wonderful mornings there.
We did.
And I always just took for granted your loyalty and your gratitude.
Trevor, of course I'm loyal to you. I will always be grateful for the doors you opened. But I think it's clear that my career is well established. And I have worked very hard for everything I have.
Yes, but you chose Sonny over me.
Do we really have to have this conversation, Trevor? I choose not to pick sides.
But that's impossible.
No, it's
in
only
this
impossible
situation.
because you refuse.
It's the office.
Well, go ahead and take it.
Kate Howard. No, that's absurd. When? How did this happen?
Trevor's got powerful connections. And a lot of people know how you feel about him, especially now. So if we take him out, we're gonna draw a lot of attention to us.
Can you do it?
I mean, I need some time to set things up, but yes, I can.
Then go ahead, do it.
What will eliminating Zakara's lawyer accomplish?
He'll know that we mean business.
It's gonna give him a reason to strike back, Sonny. He's got a lot more resources than we do. We could be starting a war we may not win.
He killed the woman who took care of my children in the living room of their mother's
I
house.
understand that. I'm just saying, killing Trevor is not gonna back Zakara off. And that's
This is more than about Zakara. He needs to pay for what he did to my mother.
So it's personal.
He put a hit on an innocent woman who loved my children and they loved her. I don't like the man. I do not want him to continue breathing. It's very simple.
What about Kate?
What about Kate? What about her?
She was involved with Trevor. Trevor wants her back. Is that part of the reason you want him gone?
How'd it go?
Why did you bring them back here? We have no use for Baldwin or his offspring.
Hey, Edward, he is not my offspring.
The test hasn't come back yet.
Well, it doesn't matter. Either way, neither of you is welcome.
Hey, Edward, I'm the only reason why Tracy isn't back at Shady Brook playing checkers. I let her out because you were running ELQ into the ground.
Daddy was just doing the best he can.
And you wonder why I haunt you.
It was just a bad time in a very wild market, that's all.
Well, you know, one word back from me. She's in there again, okay? Alice, your best scotch in the house. 2 fingers, make it snappy.
You expect this family to put up with him indefinitely?
Stop!
Did she just tell the chair to stop?
You're seeing Alan, aren't you?
No,
Then why are you yelling at that chair?
I wasn't yelling.
Does anyone want me to call Shady Brook? We should put Shady Brook on speed dial.
Nobody's calling Shady Brook. I don't see Alan.
Liar, liar, pants up fire.
I'm just trying to save my stepdaughter from getting hurt again.
You lose Lulu, you lose your husband.
Enough!
I saw it. Now she's yelling at the other chair.
Oh, I wish I could see Alan.
So do I.
Alan is dead.
Let's get out of here.
Logan, goodbye. It's been swell. Lulu, you stay, and you are forbidden to see Logan.
Excuse me, forbidden?
And if you ever show your face on this property again, you will be arrested.
And I would love to prosecute that one.
Well, that's not gonna happen because Logan's never gonna come back to this insane asylum, and neither will I. I'm gonna live with Logan.
Lucky, this was very thoughtful of you, but I didn't expect to have a...
Miss how we used to be. When we couldn't keep our hands off each other. We'd spend all weekend in bed.
A lot has happened.
A lot has happened. So tell me, why should I live like this? Why? Why should I be faithful to a woman who has lied to me for months and refuses to sleep with me?
Hey, why did you come back? Is everything okay?
Yeah, I feel that I may be about to overstep here.
Yikes. Okay, I guess you should come in.
Thanks. Okay, now just listen. I know I hate when people interfere in my personal business. That being said, I love my brother very much. And although I appreciate the bond that you have formed with him, you need to understand that as hurt and as angry as he is right now, he's still in love with Elizabeth. So I'm asking you, please just leave him alone.
Spinelli, listen, I need you to do some research, okay? I need security codes, I need points of access, Call me when you get this.
I'll keep this simple. Don't kill Trev Lansing.
Couture's third largest advertiser just pulled out, not just for the December issue, but indefinitely. I can't believe this.
No, that's just the beginning.
What do you know of this, Trevor?
Kate, do you remember that I introduced you to the head of the agency years ago? I think it was at a party at the museum. Well, he just so happens to be a friend of mine, and he's got a lot of clients who purchase advertising space in Couture. I'm sure he can persuade them to pull out half, probably most, of all of their advertising. And then Warren can have his search committee find a new editor-in-chief.
What do you want?
Kate, that's what I always loved about you. I mean, you're so tough and practical. You don't waste time feeling sorry for yourself.
Just answer the question, please.
That you simply never see Sonny Corinthos again. And it is perfect timing. Tell him yourself.
Tell me what?